You know they love you, and that's what makes this so confusing. Because every time you get closer, and every time you start to believe this relationship is finally becoming something real, something changes. They pull away and go quiet. They become harder to reach and harder to hold on to. And you're left trying to make sense of someone who seems terrified of the very thing they say they want. But what if they're pulling away because they care about you? They might be all in 1 week, texting constantly and telling you they miss you, making plans and saying things that make you feel like you don't have to hold your breath. Then, the moment you start to relax, they go distant again. Their replies get shorter and they act distracted. They might tell you that they feel overwhelmed or that they need some space. So here you are again, looking at your phone, wondering how someone can want you so badly 1 minute and seem so far away the next. Most people assume that means the feelings weren't real, or that they changed their mind. You might even think that you were asking for too much from them. But for some people, intimacy doesn't feel warm or reassuring. It feels like pressure, like being swallowed up, like there's suddenly too much to lose. Because getting close to someone can wake up something from their past. It might be a fear of being trapped, or a fear of being needed. It could also be a fear of losing themselves inside another person. They might have learned very early on that love came with expectations. Perhaps they expressed vulnerability before and were criticized, hurt, or even controlled. Some people grow up feeling like they had to manage everyone else's emotions, and that the safest thing they could do was keep their own locked away. So now, even when they genuinely care, even when part of them wants the relationship, another part of them starts sounding the alarm. And instead of moving closer, they create distance. Not because they feel nothing, because they feel too much. That's why you'll often notice the distance appears right after something meaningful, right after a vulnerable conversation or a perfect weekend together, right after they've opened up more than usual, told you they miss you, or admitted they're scared. Because that's the moment when the relationship stops feeling exciting and starts feeling real. And real is frightening. Real means you could hurt them, and real means they could need you. Real means they might not be able to leave without it costing them something. So they retreat and tell themselves they're confused or that things are moving too fast. But very often, what they've actually lost is the ability to stay emotionally present when something starts to matter. If you've never experienced that for yourself, it might seem impossible to understand. Because when you care about someone, your instinct is usually to move towards them. And when you sense that things feel fragile, you lean in, ask questions, and try harder. But an avoidant person experiences those same moments very differently. The more they need you, the more they feel themselves disappearing. That's why they can miss you desperately and still ignore your message. They can want a relationship and still panic when it starts becoming serious. They can tell you they've never felt this way before, and then suddenly seem like they've shut down. And the most painful part is that they probably meant everything they said. They really do want you and feel close to you. They just don't know what to do with those feelings. Because wanting love and knowing how to receive it are not the same thing. So when they pull away, you do exactly what anyone would do. You move closer, and you try to become more patient and understanding. You tell yourself that if you say and do the right things, they'll eventually stop running. But the more you move towards them, the more trapped they feel. That's why this dynamic hurts so much. Both of you are responding to fear, but in opposite directions. And unless they understand what they're doing, unless they're willing to face the fear underneath it, the cycle always repeats. No amount of love can heal a wound that someone refuses to look at. And remember, this doesn't mean they're cold, and it doesn't mean it wasn't real. And it doesn't mean you were asking for too much. You were asking for intimacy from someone who experiences it as something dangerous. You can understand that and have compassion for it, but you can't heal it on their behalf. Because the person pulling away probably isn't waiting for more love from you. They're waiting to feel safe enough to stop running from it. And until they do, you will keep mistaking their fear for your failure. Please don't. Because what they do with your intimacy is not proof of what you deserve.
Ask yourself,
Are you really willing to accept less than you deserve just to make someone else feel safer?